Well, that was inconvenient. Come on, hurry up. Chifach, everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to do some sort of different intro, so let me know what you think about that. I'm probably just gonna stick with that. I don't know. How's it going, everybody? In today's video, I am going to be sharing some inspirational Christian books that have really impacted my faith, helped me to grow in my faith, and I definitely encourage you to check out these books. I'm sure they have some of them at the library, or if not, you can get them on Amazon, and I will try to link down below all the books if I can find them on Amazon. Some of them my friends got for me, so I don't really know where they have them, so, but anyway, why don't we just get on to the video. Alright, everybody, so I wanted to start off with this book. It is called She is Free by Andy Andrew, and it says, learning the truth about the lies that hold you captive. So this book, I just recently read again because it's so good and that you need to know like the context and so anyway, but this book is about freedom. Learning what is holding you from reaching a life of freedom with the Lord and not being afraid of anything or held back by unforgiveness or anything. She teaches you through her life about how to overcome these things, and it's just awesome to hear her story about just like what she's gone through to reach, like, she's getting to a life of freedom, and each day you have to take a different step. So like through this book, I've learned that I need to keep forgiving people and asking for forgiveness personally, because I make mistakes and we all do, but we need to ask for forgiveness from others. It's really important, and I've really learned this, and I'm trying to live a life of freedom with the Lord. So I highly recommend this book. This is probably my favorite out of all of them. This one's probably impacted me the most. It is such a good book. Andy Andrew was actually like our pastor at our other church in New York, so I highly recommend this book. She gave it to us for free, so I'm very grateful, but I'm sure they have this on Amazon, and she also has a new book, not sure what it's called, but definitely I will be able to put a link down below if I can find it. You should check that book out, and I need to read that one too. But anyway, probably number one out of all these books. Check this one out. It's so good. Alright, so the next book I have is, I think I want to go with this one, Radiant. This book is really good. It talks about who you are in Christ. So it's called Radiant by Priscilla Shirer. It's also, it says on the top that it's inspired by the movie Overcomer. If you haven't seen that movie, it's about a girl, and she has asthma, but she tries out for a running team, and she learns about how she can change and come to the Father with all that she is and know that she's forgiven. So be sure, you should definitely watch that movie. Like, highly recommend it. It's so good. But anyway, so this book is kind of based off of it. It's by Priscilla Shirer. She's a very, very good author. And it just talks about who you are and what God labels you as in Christ. We are children of God. We are beautiful and chosen by the Lord. So she just talks about how we are unique. Like, what is that thing? It's that thing that you turn, and then there's like shapes or something in it. Oh, kaleidoscope. Yeah. So she said we're like kaleidoscopes, that we're very unique. Each one, like each time you turn it, it's a different picture. And that's how she describes us as. We're unique in God's image, and we are a daughter of the Most High King, or son of the Most High King. So definitely read this. You learn about who you are in the Lord, and it's definitely changed who I define myself as, and I'm working on it through my life. Just being who God says I am and knowing that no matter what other people say about me. So I highly also recommend reading this book. My friend got this for me for my birthday, so such a good book, really good book. Highly recommend that one. This book is very good. Your Own Beautiful by Chelsea Crockett. I actually watch her podcast and I watch some of her YouTube videos. They're really good. She's honest about who she is, and she talks about her faith. This book, she just talks about how to live your life for Christ, and just like living for the Lord. And I think it's really cool. She puts beauty tips and all this really cool stuff. And it's for like teen girls, so I highly recommend it if you're a teen or a tween even. She's a very good influencer, so I highly recommend reading this book. This is by Sadie Robertson. It's called Love Fearless, my bad. And it says, A Call to Power, Passion, and Purpose. So this book talks about, seriously, like living your faith without fear and living towards freedom. She actually got a tattoo that says fearless on her arm, and that's like really awesome. She's living a life without fear, and knowing that the Lord is working through all things. So I think this book is a life changer. It is so good. I probably need to read it again because I read it over a course of about a year, so I kind of didn't really get everything from it, but I recommend this book, like, it's so much. Probably like the third best book in all of these. It is a really good book. I recommend, like, this type of book, I like highlighted stuff and try to reference back to it. So I put like post-it notes in between, just to reference back to some really important stuff she teaches us about on how to live your life free of fear, and all of us struggle with this, but I think living your life without fear is, wow, it's crazy. So she's very awesome, highly recommend. You should also listen to her podcast, well, that's good. But this book you should definitely buy. I will put a link down below if I can find it on Amazon, but it's also available on Christian Book, I believe, so you should definitely get that book. This is a really interesting story about Nicole Weider. I hope I didn't say that wrong. She is a model and actress, but then her life was led by Christ from her friend. So she ended up making this website called Project Inspired for teen girls to go to for help and encouragement with so her and the rest of the people on her blog run this, or not her blog, I don't know, like her and other people, they run the site, and it's just really cool. It's a safe place for teen girls to go to, and she just talks about how she was changed by her friend and influenced, and she turned into a new person. She gave up her life of being a model and realizing that it just wasn't okay. So I highly recommend you read this book. You can really, it also says on here tips and tricks for staying true to who you are, and this book is definitely that. You learn who you are in Christ and sticking with it, not abandoning it by your peers, but staying true to who you are in the Lord. So I definitely recommend reading that book. And the last book I have is Let's Be Real by Natasha Bure. I'm actually reading it again. It's a really good book. It's just being, so this book is talking about being yourself, being who God called you to be, and learning to be that no matter what your friends are doing, but learning to be yourself and staying true to who you are. Lots of these books are kind of similar. They have the same like I guess, like topic, but they have such good information. This book is really good, I think. She talks about all sorts of things that we go through, like friendships and achieving your goals and staying true to who you are and finding who you are. I actually did a blog post on friendship, so if you want to check that out, I will put a link down below. But this book is just really good. Being who you are is what this world needs, staying true to who you are. Natasha Bure did a really good job writing this book, so I highly recommend that you purchase this book. I will try to put a link down below. I'm pretty sure this book is available on Amazon. I'm sure it's available on Christian Book, and also at Zondervan. Most of these books were made by Zondervan, so if you want to check out any of these books, I highly recommend them. They're really, really good. I've learned to grow my faith, to pursue after the Lord with these books and through these influencers. So I just highly recommend you read these. These people have, and their books and their story about how God has used them is incredible. So I just highly recommend that you read these books. And anyway, that is going to be all for today's video. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button. It is free. And I try to post every 4 days, so around 2 videos a week. I'm actually about to move, so we're probably going to have moving vlogs soon. I'm really hoping. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have a video suggestion, please leave it down in the comment section. Just let me know what videos you guys want to watch, and I will do them. I also had a really cool idea, so I'm thinking of posting that in a couple days. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's kind of based on my older videos, going back to some of the older things, but I have a really cool idea. So if you would like to know what that video is, be sure to stay tuned and click the subscribe button, also the notification bell to get future notices of when I upload a video. But anyway, that is going to be all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Adios!